today's video, I'm going to get blocked on my fast lap in qualifying and the FIA to decide to look the other way. But if you missed the previous episode at Australia, the opening round of the season, I recommend going and check one out before seeing this one, because spoiler, it was an 8th place finish there. Not too bad. It probably should have been a little bit better as well. There was that incident when I went off at turn 9, turn 10, chicane. I'm trying to battle Leclerc, that was on me as well. Oh, for goodness sake. So, yeah, Albon, I think Albon purchased this, I can't quite remember, but he purchased a minor chassis, I think it was weight reduction upgrade, which would have been useful at Japan, I personally think. That has failed, so that is not good. It's only half price, obviously. These early upgrades are probably going to be a little bit cheaper. I do find that the ones that are percentage off, we'll have a look at those. So I'm going to purchase that for Albon and we'll complete that upgrade. Now, Albon's purchased front downforce, so I thought, let's try and get rear downforce. And then the thing is, Albon's purchased front downforce for Bahrain. So I decided, let's roll the dice and rush it.
You're joking. Not another one?
That's really frustrating that two have failed. Like, I've basically spent an addition 400 resource points on failures now, because I've got to repurchase that one as well. So that's one additional upgrade on a minor, really. So that's unfortunate. Red Bull and the others were only just in front of Aston Martin, by the way, but Red Bull have also brought an upgrade, which is not necessarily good, because I feel like their pace in this career mode and your career modes, I think, are probably a little bit too fast compared to real life. So yes, waiting to see that performance update, just like we're also waiting to see the driver ratings update too, to match real life as well. But qualifying, the big business here. First flying lap, go into turn 1. Oh, there's a Toro Rosso in the way. What on earth is this Toro Rosso thing? In actual fact, Antonelli had it worse. Like, he has to full on slam on the brakes. Somehow, it's Hajar as well. Yes. Where's the voice from his engineer? You know, not to go in there. Also, there's just this random bloke here on the right as well, in the orange suit, and the bloke doing the tyre wall is just there. I don't know why he's there in the pits, but anyway, to the fast lap session. I mean, obviously this has been affected just like Antonelli. Antonelli's just improved. Excuse me, now I'm down to P19, as well as the checker flag is out too. Duan is only 18th. That Alpine not looking great as well. I think both Alpines have actually finished their lap as well. So they're 17th and 19th. I know they're last in the championship IRL too, as Sauber brought some upgrades as well. So we now go. This is the elevation of this track though, a lot different. It was the previous version of Suzuka was a lot flatter. Now you go up the hill, especially here, you can notice it's uphill corner now. I'd love to have Suzuka, reverse Suzuka, on a future F1 game too. You know, especially they've added reverse tracks, but we'll have to wait and see. Up to Spoon, this is probably one of the circuit corners that's changed the least in terms of elevation. It's still flat, 8/10 there, not quite getting the exit as I'm losing a fraction bit of time, but I'm getting a lovely slipstream from the Mercedes driver, then decides to go 2 mile an hour on the racing line. After to go off the racing line, lose about half a second possibly of time as well. Now trying to get the better exit, I'm going to probably gain that back, but that could have been a little bit more gained. It's not been the perfect exit out of the final corner either. So it's only P15. Yes. What on earth was happening there? And I think that was Antonelli as well. He should know better, because he got himself blocked. Like, what are you doing 2 mile an hour on the racing line? Absolutely absurd. And the FIA have chosen to look the other way.
Cannot be serious! Welcome along then to the magnificent Suzuka International Circuit, a stone's throw away from Issei Bay in the beautiful Japanese countryside. What surprises lie in wait for us today in the Japanese Grand Prix? So, we welcome you to the commentary box. I'm Alex Jakes. Alongside me for this race, and it's going to be some race, is Anthony Davidson. I love this moment in the weekend. Put us in their shoes right now. What are they feeling on the grid?
You've got to know, you've got to have a pre-race game plan. You've watched videos before you get into the car of previous races gone by. You know where you have to place your car if X, Y, or Z happens in front of you or behind you. So having this clear game plan is absolutely essential before you get in the car.
Okay, qualifying has left us some work to do if you want to match your results from last race, but come on, you can do this.
Thanks, Mark. Yeah, let's have a legendary start. Race strategy is a bit interesting. There's soft tyres involved, which suggests there might be less tyre wear, but yeah, I'm not so sure about that. Suzuka's been a bit harsh on tyre wear in the past. There's a mixture of all three compounds out there. The safe play will be to go mediums, and then if the tyre wear is too harsh, we can pit for hards. If it's not, then we can pit late for softs. So that is definitely the plan of action. 5 red lights then for the Japanese Grand Prix at Suzuka, and away we go. And it's a great start once again. The AI once again get a terrible start on F125. So I'm going to go down the inside of Antonelli and basically tell him, ha ha ha, that's what you get for holding me up in qualifying. So we watch him on board with Behrman. He gets in front of Albon. Again, the hard tyres as well. I've actually taken Antonelli's wing off there. I did not mean to do that. Albon's also lost his front end plate there. I'm going to send it on Liam Lawson here. That's just the textbook manoeuvre still up at that corner. Look at the traction I'm able to get right up Norris's diffuser there, but unable to get past. It's just that this is just the bog standard replay. Excuse me, not bog standard replay, bog standard overtake at that corner. Up at the front, it's a Red Bull 1-2. Yeah, Verstappen is walking this Grand Prix after being stopped behind me for half the race in Australia. He's now running away with the race, especially his teammate Yuki Tsunoda is on the hard tyres. So I'm a little close, trying to close in on Lando Norris again, getting a great exit out of that slow speed corner. And Lando's being a bit slow. Piastri, I think, is having some sort of issue. He's just been a little bit slow compared to the two Ferraris. We just need to get on with it. And in the end, the overtake's completed in spoon as well, which is a bit unorthodox to make the move at this point of the track. It's very unusual, but this proves it can be done, especially for the player when you get traction like that over the AI. It's absurd, but obviously there are other areas of the track where the AI have OP traction compared to the player as well, and that's Russell getting past Oscar Piastri to move up to P5, I want to say that is, as well. And that's also Hamilton getting past Tsunoda with DRS as well. Hamilton on the soft tyres as well. So he should be able to be comfortably in front of Tsunoda compared to excuse me, his teammate. But obviously Tsunoda's going to keep going back. There's contact with Lando Norris there as well. I'm going to try and keep in front of Norris. Let's get some replays here. What happened with Norris? I squeezed him to the inside here, then went around the outside, and then Lando decides, yeah, no, I'm just going to stick the car in the middle of the road. I think that's more on him, but let me know what you think in the comments below. So he's going around the inside, and then this point, that's when he loses end plate at the second part. So it's not the contact turn one as well, and that's how Lando, that's how you position the car. Lack of spatial awareness there from Lando Norris, but the two Ferraris managed to make that move without losing their front end plates, funny enough. Despite having no front end plate, I can't catch Piastri. The tyre wear is awful, 29% already. We already know from this game that and previous games, once you go past 25%, you enter that second phase of tyre wear, especially on the rears. It's just going to slide around. It's going to be awful. So yes, the hards are going to go on, and this is the most amount of laps done on the hard tyre in the career modes for about since 2023. F123, I want to say, and that's a horrible gaggle of cars are going to go past too. As well. First up is Nico Hulkenberg, not in his dizzy heights of P5, he's down in P17. Make that P18 as I out traction him round the outside that corner. I don't think I've ever made a move on the outside of that corner. It's usually the inside with the dive bomb, but the outside there. Next up is Albon, and I would be screaming on the radio if I could to him to get out of the way, but I don't have the option, and he's actually been in the way too, and he needs to just, I don't know why he was fighting that. You know, we're not racing for position here. You know, I'm trying to make up points, and he didn't really want to get out of the way there. You know, he's lost his front end plate, which he's probably annoyed about. And he's actually going to come back here. I've got DRS, so I should be able to keep in front. You can see there already, only after a lap, 2% on the rears, 1%, actually 2% on all but the front right as well. Yes, that's of course if the player has more tyre wear than the AI, and we'll have a look at that in a special game experiment video at some point as we're watching. Some of the other drivers have come into the pit, so I actually lost time on the hards as well to the likes of Piastri as well. I'm going to go round the outside of Lando Norris, who's not fixed the wing. I thought they'd fixed that bug. They haven't. I mean, I guess it makes sense if Norris is still able to keep his pace. He's going to be a problem on those soft tyres now, because he'll be able to make up the effects. But for likes of Albon, it's just gone backwards. It makes more sense to fix the wing, really. So yes, but Norris is going to try and go in front, and then that serrated curb chucks me off. Which I thought the curves weren't going to do that, but maybe this. I think because I got onto the green serrated one. Here, look at this. Got onto the green serrated one. It just spits me off the track. Unfortunately, there's runoffs. I'm able to come up at the front. It's a Red Bull 1-2, comfortable 1-2 as well. All saying that, well, maybe not comfortable for the Yuki then, as he's had a slide. Leclerc is P3 as well, and that's Albon. He's still going, but he's fighting with doing for the wooden spoon here. So it's not been a great race for Williams and Albon. I'm hoping he can improve at the next race in Bahrain as well. And that is Hamilton. He's caught up to, it's not Hamilton, it is Leclerc. He's caught up to Piastri. Hamilton's a lot further out the road actually. Now, I've got problems. I've got Ollie Behrman in the Haas as well. I'm going to get down the inside here. This is for good position against a car that we need to defend against, because it's more crucial for the Constructors' Championship really as well. We don't want Haas beating us today. So obviously I tried to pinch him to the inside, which is good because it means that then through turns 1 and 2 I'm able to then take the optimal racing line. At this point I've got to concede that 7th place is gone. Norris is comfortable. You know, he's able to manage the race. He's not really catching Leclerc. He's just going to finish P7. So let's bring it home in P8 by putting none in the first sector as well. Now, by doing this, I've caused a bit more of a train, and Antonelli round the outside of Liam Lawson there to deny Lawson a point as well. So yes, you can see I've managed to gain 51% battery despite the reduced harvesting bollocks that we have. Up to the line though, it is P8, yeah, which I'm slightly disappointed of. We could have got P7, I think, but the tyre wear was just awful. Yes, I definitely think the player has worse tyre wear, and it's not even the temperatures, because you might remember back to the previous episode, I actually had surface and carcass temperatures on, so I switched it to just surface only, and I've still got the same tyre wear. As well, 50 seconds behind the race leader. Verstappen just strolled to victory. As well, Hamilton picked up a podium in the end, but you know, none of the lap times. You know, Verstappen's were in the 31s. As things stand, Verstappen's a 9-point lead then over Lando Norris as well. Hamilton moves up to P3, 13 points behind as well. Sonoda, Piastri, P4 and 5 separated on results. Constructors wise, yeah, it's good to build. Haas are probably going to be a bit of an issue. Maybe Alpine or one of the other cars that we haven't seen the best yet. The Racing Bulls, which we'll have to wait and see about that. In terms of the stats, it's a good day. With some the racecraft stat is still bugged. The pace stat is probably good because we were 2 seconds slower than Verstappen as well. So that's probably why. Load of overtakes, really. No penalties, which I don't really should get that much for having no penalties, really. You should probably lose some if you lose a lot more if you do have a penalty as well. Strategies as well, getting some off the mark. This should be a no-brainer because they've not changed since F1 24. I've got a secret meeting to go to as well. We'll do that at the start of the next episode, which should be out on Friday as well at Bahrain. But P8 is actually a good. It's actually a good result. I think that the AI need to have their starts redressed because they are way too slow off the line for my league. Let me know if you're having that in the same as me in the comments below too. For Albon, a shocking race. He lost his wing at turn 1, pit the hards to start off with were not the good tyre to start on, even for the AI with their slower starts, even worse as well. As for Verstappen, now that I'm not in the way, blocking him in the way, it's not necessarily going to be an McLaren 1-2, there's a Red Bull 1-2 here. So, yes, who knows what's going to happen at the next race. We'll have to wait and see. That episode will be out on Friday. Then it'll be Miami, which will be that'll be out next week too. But yes, that's where I'm going to leave it for today's video. If you have enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and leave the channel. See plenty more F1 25 Drive Career videos as they come out. Until the next video then, I'll see you next time. Take care, enjoy your day, and goodbye.